You know, one of the most common questions that I get asked from salespeople in training is, how do I deal with a client who's chewing me out for things going sideways? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. It's August 7th, 2017, 8:39 in the morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Perfect day to talk about sales. It's always a good day to talk about sales. So here's the thing. You got to know that if you're in sales long enough, you are going to have an upset client for some reason. And it is your job as a salesperson, because you accepted the commission, it's your job as a salesperson to help them fix their problem. And you know what? Not all the time is it fair. Not all the time was it your fault. Not all the time did everything not go as planned. But you got to know that you made a bunch of promises and you said, hey, look, I'm going to take care of you. And that's one of the things that you accept when you accept a commission. Now, I'm going to let you know, since I interview salespeople for companies, one of the things that I look for is somebody who's a problem solver, somebody who's willing to say, hey, look, I'm going to take this on me and I'm going to go out and I'm going to close some more sales. And if this means that I have to deal with difficult clients, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make them happy. But you know, I see this thing in the world of sales where everybody wants to be the closer and everybody wants to say, hey, I'm really good at what I do. I close the sales. But they don't want to have to deal with anything that happens after the sale. They're just like, just let me close the sale. You take care of everything. I'm the closer. Well, in some industries that's okay, and in some it's not. You have to really ask the questions where you work. What's acceptable? What's not acceptable? And you need to know what's going on. So if you're going to get chewed out by a client, first off, think about what's going on. Was it a promise that wasn't delivered? Was something done that you said, hey, this is going to happen, and it wasn't? Was it a misunderstanding? And a lot of times it does come down to a misunderstanding. A lot of times somebody's spending a bunch of money, and if they talk to a bunch of other people in the industry, like sometimes I do a lot of in-home sales training, and people love to get 3 bids, right? They may have talked to 3 or 4 different people and got a bunch of different answers and been confused about who said what, and now that expectation's set, and they're saying, hey, you told me this was going to happen, and it might even be something you offer in your company. It's not even something that you do. So know that if you're dealing with an upset client, first, be very patient with them. Second, you could ask some questions. But third, always take notes. This is one of the things that I teach CSRs to do is, would it be all right if I take some notes to make sure that I get everything down? And you know, that person's going to realize, hey, okay, for the most part, this person's really got my best interest at heart. They're really doing what they can to help me out. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that, you know, that person's going to instantly resolve stuff. But remember, if you really want to get to a place where you can close more sales, you're going to have to deal with some difficult buyers. Now, I'm not saying take grief from them. I'm not saying be abused. I'm just saying that a lot of times when people are being difficult, there's a reason for it. And a lot of times it's because they're scared. They're worried about, is this salesperson, is this company going to take care of me? Are they going to be able to deliver what they promised? All right. So there are times where it's not fair at all, and you have to deal with being chewed out by somebody for something that you had nothing to do with. But you know what? You're a professional, and it's your job to get over it, and it's your job to get to the next level. And if it's a problem, escalate it to a management situation. Say, hey, look, you know, I've done everything I can at this point. Is there any way that you can help me out? So yes, there are times where you're going to get chewed out, and one, it's right within the your responsibility to get taken care of. And there's times where you're going to get chewed out by a client, and it was for nothing, something that you didn't do. But you have to get good at dealing with difficult clients and upset clients, because that's a sales process in itself. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last of all, you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.